Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Friends, from today I am going to start preparing total income sums questions for September 2026 students. And also those students are appearing January 27, they can also take benefit of these videos. Friends, if you remember, I had a very big gut feeling that in your May 26 CA inter exams, in question number 1, they will ask you the question in paragraph form. And the same thing happened in your exams. Lecture number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I uploaded on the YouTube, many similar adjustments were there in your exam questions also. So I want to continue this total income series so that maximum students can take benefit of this. So now for today's lecture, for today's total income sum, what I have done is I have selected a question which is in T form. So now some of the students would be surprised, sir, why are you teaching sum on T form? Because see, this is a very unique question which was asked in your November 2023 CA inter paper. The question is not very big. It is comparatively only, you can say, one page question, but very unique because in this question you were supposed to compute total income and tax 3 times. Now this is something comparatively rare in CA inter, that you have to compute your total income and tax 3 times. So the question was comparatively shorter, but see, they have asked you compute business as per normal and opted for 115 BAC, compute business as per presumptive and shifted out of 115 BAC, and compute business as per normal and opted for 115 BAC. So 115 BAC is twice, opts for 115 BAC. 115 BAC is only once, opts for 115 BAC, but shifting out is twice. But in one shifting out, you have to solve the sum as per presumptive, and in one shifting out, you have to solve the sum as per the normal provision. So because of this uniqueness, I want to solve this sum. All right. So let us start, everybody. So this is your question number 1. Now friends, you must have already seen the first 5 lectures. For all those students who have not seen the first 5 videos, I will recommend first go and see those first 5 videos. So in those videos, I have, told you the pattern in which you are supposed to solve these sums. So it would be beneficial for you, and then you can come back and watch this video. Now friends, in total income sums, first question, majority sum is about PGBP, right? So in that, this net profit is given. So now when net profit is given in the question, it means you are supposed to solve the sum as per indirect method. So first of all, you have to ensure whether the sum is about direct method or indirect method. So what I have done is, in my past videos, I have solved a lot of sums on paragraph form, and there is one sum which I have also solved on the direct method, right? So now this is unique in indirect method. Let us start. So Mr. Pramod, individual, resident, age 55 years, retail trader. So now there are a lot of sums which I am observing nowadays. Institute is asking manufacturer. But now this is unique over here. They have said retail trader. So when they say retail trader, it means there is no additional depreciation. So many a times this first line helps you to identify whether there will be additional depreciation or not. So in the first line, many a times you will find manufacturer. But over here they have said retail trader, so it means there will be no additional depreciation. He furnishes the following information for this. Then after we read the first paragraph, we also read the last paragraph. But in this case, I have already read the last paragraph with you, that you are supposed to solve the sum thrice, and all the 3 times you are supposed to compute total income tax. All right. So now let us start. So now opening stock, this is business expense, purchase is business, transport charges is business, salaries is business, rates and taxes is business, administrative expense is business. Depreciation, whenever depreciation is given on the debit side, you always assume that it is as per accounts, because they have given you this trading and profit and loss account. Then sales is business income, closing stock is business, gross profit is also business, rent from house property, this is not business, this is IFHP. So friends, those who have studied with me, they already know we do this tickety cross, tick cross, tick cross. All right. Then rent from furniture. So this is not connected with business. Now rent from furniture will go to income from other sources. So this person is a retail trader. They have not given that he is doing business of renting, right? So retail trader. So rent from furniture would be income from other sources. Then let us read additional information. All the sales are through account pay check or through bank transfers. All right, this might help us in some solving some calculation. So the opening and the closing stock have been overvalued. See, this is something which is very important. Sometimes they give you undervalued. In this question, they have given you overvalued. So overvalued means over recorded. Excess amount has been recorded. So opening stock is overvalued by 15,000. So over here 15,000 is not connected with business, it is excess recorded, and 20,000 is for closing stock. So over here 20,000 is excess recorded. So we will do cross over there, correct? Rates and taxes include GST liability. Do we have rates and taxes over here? Yes, we have rates and taxes, they include GST liability. So yes, GST is allowed as an expense, but it is 5,000 rupees and paid on 1st May 26. See, if you remember GST, as per section 43B, any tax is allowed as a reduction if it is paid up to the due date of return filing. So for 25-26, what is the return filing due date? 31st July. So this is paid up to 1st of May. So this is just a normal information. This is allowed. And it also says there is municipal tax which is included in rates and taxes of 7,000. Now see, what they have done is they have done a very smart work. They have tried to give you a, you put you into a trap over here. For GST liability, they have said it was paid on 1st May. So the date is given for GST liability. But for municipal tax, they have not given any such date. See, read the question very carefully. What they are saying, rates and taxes include GST liability of 5,000, which was paid on 1st May. And it includes municipal tax 7,000. But in municipal tax, they have not given any date. So it means municipal tax must have been paid in 25-26 only. Now, municipal tax is for let out property. See, do we have a let out property over here? Yes. So they are saying rates and taxes has got 7,000 of municipal tax. So this municipal tax is allowed as a reduction. Why we are solving sum for IFHP, right? Then administrative expense include 25,000 paid as donation to a National Children's Fund. So do we have administration expenses over here? So the answer is yes, we have administrative expenses. Now in administration expenses, they are saying 25,000 was given as donation to National Children's Fund. So this will go to 80G in case of shifting out of 115 BSA. Then it says it has laptop purchased for rupees 60,000. Now this is becoming very famous and very repeated adjustment in case of ICAI exams, that in PNL they will give you purchase of laptop, purchase of building, purchase of machinery, purchase of furniture, purchase of plant and machinery and equipment. See, all those capital expenditures cannot be a part of your PNL, right? So this we have already done in our lecture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So laptop is your asset. It is plant and machinery. You get depreciation on that. But you have posted it in administrative expenses, which is wrong posting. It should not be a part of PNL. What is the cost of the laptop? 60,000. So what you will do is 60,000 you will do not allowed, and then there would be depreciation on this, correct? So when we do unrecorded business expense, we have to remember depreciation on this laptop. All right, transport charges include 30,000 paid in cash on 1st September. For transporters, 35,000 in cash is allowed, right? So this adjustment is just given to confuse us, just to test whether we know the limit of 35,000 or not. All right, so first adjustment done, second is done, third is done, fourth is done. He incurred a loss of 8,000 on sale of equity shares on 10th of February, which were purchased on 10th of June. So friends, from 10th June 25 to 10th June 26, 1 year. Generally for equity shares, if they are listed, we take 1 year. If it is unlisted, we take 2 years, right? But in any which ways, 10th June 26, the 1 year will get over. But this assessee has sold before that. So it is sold within 1 year. So this is short term. Even if you consider unlisted, it is still short term. So this is short term capital loss. So you know what happens when there is a short term capital loss, and also this is given in additional information. So short term capital loss can be adjusted against short term capital gain or long term capital gain. Okay, now depreciation includes 1200 as depreciation on trademarks wrongly charged at 15%. So friends, first we should understand trademark, patents, copyrights. These are intangible assets, right? So the correct rate of depreciation should have been 25%. But they have said that the depreciation includes 1200. So they are saying this depreciation, which is given on the debit side, it includes depreciation on trademark. It includes depreciation given on trademark, which was wrongly given at 15%. So we have to rectify it. So, when we do working for depreciation, we have to take care of this trademark as well. All right. He deposited 50,000 in PPF. This goes in ATC. Paid life insurance premium 60,000. This also goes in ATC. He paid interest of 70,000 on the loan availed. Now over here, friends, this PDF is already there in JB Learning's PRATIK BHATT Telegram channel. But in that PDF, there is one mistake which I want you to rectify. So when you will be solving this sum, please make this 2021. I think in the PDF it is 1718. So please make this 2021. All right. So he paid interest of 70,000 on loan availed in 2021 for higher education of wife. So education loan, if it is taken for wife, you get a deduction under 80E. So the number of adjustments are done. So if you would have realized comparatively in this question, the number of adjustments are less. Why? Because we are supposed to solve this sum thrice, right? So we will need a lot of speed. So one thing which I have observed after your May 26 exams of CA Inter as well as CA Final is that now you need a lot of speed in your exams because the question papers are very lengthy. And they are asking new type of questions, a lot of questions. I saw the GST question also, which was asked on Rule 86B. Now, Rule 86B, we have studied in our theory, but to ask a question directly on Rule 86B might have been, very surprising for a lot of students. Even as a professor, it was surprising for me because in that 3 hours time, there is a lot of stress, right? And to complete everything in that 3 hours is difficult. But nevertheless, we have to cope up. We want to become chartered accountants. We don't have to complain. We just have to see what is the institute expecting from us and we have to deliver accordingly. So now friends, this is our entire discussion on the sum. Now we are supposed to solve the sum. Now what are we doing? We will first prepare the format. Which heads are there? PGBP is there, house property is there, other source is there, and only one capital loss is there. So now there is no other capital gain, no other long-term capital gains. Short-term capital gain is also not there. So that would be carried forward, right? So this is my format. So what you can do is you can pause this video over here. First prepare the entire format as we do every time in the class. So house property working, PGBP working, short-term capital loss, EFOS, GTI. Now see, if you see the case 1, they have said he opts for 115 BAC. So over here I have written statement of total income, in bracket I have written 115 BAC. Now in 115 BAC, chapter 6A deduction is not allowed. So the sum will become comparatively shorter. Now see, what I generally do is, I always solve the sum as per shifting out first. And then I solve the sum as per 115 BAC. But since in this question they have given, solve as per 115 BAC first, so I am also solving the sum as per 115 BAC first. Okay, so that much adjustment you should be knowing in exams. All right. So this is my format. So you can also pause and first prepare the format. Format is very important. Then for house property, we have this format. So you already know the format. I'm not teaching format over here. Then for PGBP in exams in our classroom, we have already done this, correct? So you first prepare the format, pause the video, prepare the format, and then you can start solving. All right. Now, as far as income from house property is concerned, now friends, See, they have not given municipal value, fair rent, standard rent, nothing is given. So directly this rent from house property 1,80,000 will become our gross annual value, right? So this is gross annual value 1,80,000. Now is municipal tax given in the question? Yes. Municipal tax 7,000 was related to IFHB. So let us start solving. 7,000 is related to IFHB. So this would be 7,000, right? So then we will get net annual value of 1,73,000. So after we get 1,73,000, you will do 30%. So the 30% amount would be 51,900. Then there is no interest on loan. So then this would be 1,21,100. So taxable IFHB will be 1,21,100, correct? So here it would be 1,21,100. Then we will do PGBP. All right. Now in PGBP, the net profit. So what I have done is I have also kept a printout so that we can solve the sum fast. The net profit which is given in the question is 10,46,000. All right. Then what we are going to do is we are going to do expenses which are not allowed. Now as far as expense not allowed is concerned, how many expense would be there? See, opening stock is there, then rates and taxes is there, and administrative expenses. So for expenses not allowed, first let us write down opening stock. So opening stock overvalued, then rates and taxes, then admin expenses. So how much is the opening stock overvalued? 15,000. Then in rates and taxes you have municipal tax of 7,000, correct? Yes, you have 7,000 there. Then in admin expenses you have got 25,000 which is for a national children fund, and 60,000 for laptop. So this is your admin expenses, correct? Then there is depreciation. How much would be depreciation? Depreciation, this is as per accounts. Remember, if depreciation as per income tax is not given, you have to assume that the depreciation as per accounts and the depreciation as per income tax are same. See what they have done this. In this question, they have not given you depreciation as per income tax at all. So this was the only tricky adjustment in the entire sum. Otherwise, the sum is just lengthy. The only tricky adjustment which is there in this entire sum is regarding depreciation. See what they said. Depreciation includes depreciation on trademark which is wrongly calculated. That's it. But then what is the total depreciation as per income tax? They have not given. So whenever depreciation as per income tax is not given, you have to assume that the depreciation as per accounts itself is depreciation as per income tax. But nevertheless, when I am solving the sum, what I am always doing is that I am always first adding the entire depreciation as per accounts, and then we calculate depreciation as per income tax separately, correct? So opening stock, rates and taxes, admin and depreciation. Is there anything else which is yet supposed to be added? No. So we have added everything, right? Then we are supposed to do less non-business items. So in non-business items, first I'll write closing stock overvalued, which is 20,000. Then what I will do is I will do rent from house property. So rent from house property is how much? 1,80,000. And then there is rent from furniture. So the rent from furniture is 1,20,000. So these are three non-business items. Now after that we have got allowed unrecorded business expense. This is depreciation as per income tax. For this we will do one working, friends. Now see, this is going to be a very important working. Now see, they have given depreciation 80,000, which is given as per accounts, correct? Now what they have said is this depreciation includes a depreciation on trademark. This is a depreciation on trademark. Now they have said the depreciation on trademark is 1200, which was wrongly calculated at 15%. All right. So it means for other assets, the depreciation was correctly calculated. Because since nothing is given in the question, I will assume that the depreciation as per accounts, which is the correct one, is as per income tax only. So for other assets, the depreciation would be how much? So it would be 78,800. Now see. Now if you see the debit side, it says it also includes laptop of 60,000. Now we have already disallowed laptop, 60,000 laptop. This admin expenses we have already disallowed. So on that laptop, we will get depreciation. So this is a very important adjustment. Asset given in the P&L side. It is capital expenditure. You cannot claim entire capital expenditure. You can claim only depreciation part of that. Correct. So laptop 60,000. Now for computers and laptops, the rate of depreciation is 40%. So this would be 24,000. So what we will do is 78,800. This is other assets. Sir, how did you find out other assets? See, they have given total was 80. As per income tax is not given in the question. Out of 80, they are saying 1200 is towards trademark. So there would be some other assets also, right? So for other assets, I am assuming this is correct depreciation as per income tax only. So 78,800 plus 24,000. So the total depreciation over here is 1,02,800. Correct. Now we are done with depreciation on other assets. Now what about depreciation on trademark? Now for trademark, they have said this total included 1200, which was wrongly calculated at 25. So let us calculate the correct depreciation then. The correct is 25%, right? So we will do cross multiplication. So 1200 multiply by 25 divide by 15. So 2000 is the correct answer. So over here the depreciation would be 2000. So the total depreciation is 1,04,800. So this is my depreciation as per income tax, which is 1,04,800. Correct. Is there any taxable unrecorded business income? No. So now wait, let us not use calculator. What we can do is we have got short term capital loss of 8,000. So we will do carry forward. Then in EFOS, I am not making a separate working because there is only one item which is there in EFOS, which is rent from furniture. So directly I am writing rent from furniture over here, which is 1,20,000. Now PGBP is left and then we will be done with this. So now how much would be this? 15,000 plus 7,000 plus 85,000 plus 80,000. So this would be 1,87,000, correct? So 15 plus 7 plus 85 plus 80. All right. Then in non-business items, it would be 1,80,000 and 20,000, which is 2 lakh. This would be 3,20,000. So that's it. Now we can find out our taxable PGBP. So 10,46,000 plus 1,87,000 minus 3,20,000 minus 1,04,800. So 8,08,200 is the answer. 8,08,200 is the answer. Correct. So as per PGBP, the answer should be 8,08,200. Perfect. So see, this would be 8,08,200. So 8,08,200. So this part is a main part. Once we are done with this, then other parts we should be able to do it fast. Then 1,21,100 plus 1,20,000. So 10,49,300. 10,49,300. So 10,49,300. So the answer is 10,49,300. Correct. Absolutely. So now we are solving the sum as per 115 BAC. So we don't have this. So when you don't have other incomes, if you directly start calculating tax on the balance amount, then also it is fine. Otherwise, while calculating tax, we are dividing everything in 5 parts because they have got different tax rates. Now 10,49,300. Now friends, when you do calculation on this 10,49,300, you have to calculate the tax as per the slab rates. So apply the slab rates as per 115 BAC. So first 4 lakh is nil, then 4 to 8 lakh is 5%, then 8 lakh to 10,49,300 would be 10%, plus 4% health and education cess. So I have already calculated in advance so that we can save time. 46,727. Then once you are done with this, then you have to remember about rebate, surcharge, margin relief for sorry. So you will not get cess on this, right? Wait, you will not get cess on this because before cess you have to find out rebate. So I think the answer would be 44,930, and before that you will find rebate. So before cess you have to do rebate. So rebate under section 87 capital A. See why rebate? Because in 115 BAC, if your income is less than 12 lakh, your entire income is exempt, right? You get a rebate. So over here there will be a rebate 44,930, and the answer would be 0. So in the first case, the very first case, the tax is 0. Now why I am writing over here? Because it would be helpful for writing a conclusion. Correct. Then next case. So now last two cases would be comparatively faster. Now see what they are saying. Assume shifting out. Now there are a lot of calculations which we have already done. Now they are saying assume shifting out and compute the tax as per 44AD. All right. So now we have to prepare this format. Shifting out. So in shifting out, house property will remain same. In shifting out, my EFOS will remain same. In shifting out also, my carry forward will remain same. In shifting out, they are saying compute shifting out, and then I think what they are saying, compute is shifting out of 115 BAC, yes, and compute as per 44 AD. So is sales given in the question? Yes. Is the sales within the limit of 44 AD? The limit is 2 crores, and if a certain condition is satisfied, is 3 crores. So this is 70,80,000. So how would we solve this sum, everybody? We will do 70,80,000, and in the adjustment number 1, they have given all the amounts were received through account paychecks. So 70,80,000 we will do multiply by 6%. Correct. If it is cash, we do 8%. This would be 6%. So 424,800. Rent from furniture is how much? Rent from furniture is not 8,000. Rent from furniture is 1,20,000. So by mistake it was. So over here it is 1,20,000. So house property is 121,100. Same. PGPP we have got short-term capital loss carry forward, and this would be this much. So in that case, the answer would be 6,65,900. Now, because this is shifting out, we will also need this chapter 6A now. Let us start with chapter 6A. Deposit in PPF is how much, friends? 50,000. LIC premium is how much? Given in the question. 60,000, which is total 1,10,000, but it is within the limit of 150. Then ATG, 100% deduction is allowed for National Children's Fund. How much is the amount which is given for National Children's Fund? 25,000. And how much is the education loan which was paid? Interest amount was 70,000. So 50, 60, 2570. Correct. So what is the final answer? The final answer is 4,60,900. The final answer is how much? 4,60,900. Now, friends, if you remember, if you have to calculate tax in this also, then you can calculate the tax. I think the tax would be something 10,545. But again, over here you will get a rebate. Correct. Over here again you will get a rebate. So there is a rebate over here also. So if the income is less than 5 lakh, it is exempt. So this would be exempt 10,545. So in first two cases, the tax is coming to be 0. So whether you are opting for case number 1, then also the tax is 0. In case number 2 also the tax is 0. In both the cases the tax is 0. So the assessee can opt either of them, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but if you go for, 100 and if you go for shifting out, then the problem with shifting out is that you will not be able to come back. Yes, there is one chance, one last chance which is given to come back, but otherwise generally if you shift out, you are not allowed to come back generally for businessmen. Yeah, salaried person can shift out and come in, come out every time. Alright, the business profit is computed as per the normal provisions and he opted for 115 BAC. Alright, so see, let us compute business as per normal provisions and he is and I think he has opted out of 115 BAC. So opted out of 115 BAC is like this only, right? So if you remember in I think he's shifting out in case 2 also and he's shifting out in case 3 also. Correct. In both the cases is shifting out. Does not opt, it means shifting out, and last case also does not opt. So in both the cases this person is shifting out. So see, if you shift out, your income will remain the same only. Chalo, let us cross verify. Is house property same? Yes. Is PGBP same? Yes. See, the original PGBP would be applicable 8,08,200, not the presumptive one, because they are saying PGBP is as per normal provisions. So PGBP is as per normal provisions. This is not the presumptive one. Then this is EFOS. EFOS again over here by mistake I have written this much. EFOS should be 1,20,000. Correct. So this would be this much, and then there would be chapter 6, say from 1049,300 there would be 3 chapter 6's, and then the taxable income would be this much. So in the last case the tax is coming out to be 84,610. So friends, I wanted to solve this sum because in this sum you are supposed to solve everything in 3 different styles. So this was also one of the very important sum. Now in September 26 also, I think then the institute might ask you the question again in paragraph form only, but you never know. They might ask you in T form, but T form lot of sums are there, but this is a very unique sum, so I wanted to solve this sum with you. All right, so I hope you have enjoyed the videos. Please share, like, subscribe, and if you find this videos very beneficial, share with your friends also. No if, no but, only but. All the best everybody. Bye bye.